Introducing first in the corner to my right, currently residing in East Hampton, Massachusetts. She is the God Queen, Delmi Exo. And her opponent in the corner to my left is her sister from the Ocean State. She's a real fucking catch, Ashley Fox!
And this is not the first time that these two sisters have come to blows, but it's the first time in a long time, and the first time here in Limitless Wrestling, here in Yarmouth, and something's gotta give.
Something does. Both of these ladies rearing for a fight. You can see from, their garb, Ashley Fox has that index finger wrapped up. She's ready to fish hook the hell out of Delmi Exo.
Referee Nate Speckman calls for the bell, and we are off. Last sister standing.
And earlier tonight, when I was on the call, Troy mentioned that the mother of Delmi, the mother of Ashley, is in the audience as well. Yeah. So I'm sure she's feeling a bit on edge seeing her daughters get physical in this ring.
And I mean, she's had to listen to both sides of it.
Yeah. There's the public aspect of it that we see, right? But then there's the private aspect that only family knows about.
Delmi Exo, the resume she's built for herself. You mentioned the MLW resume that she's built that on its own. She's been wondering for the longest time, why do they keep asking me about Ashley when Ashley's coming back? I have to believe that sort of line of questioning has fueled the rage that Delmi Exo has.
It can wear you down, make you feel inadequate, make you wonder why no one's asking about you. And at some point or another, Delmi wanted to make it about herself. And you know what? I can't fault her for that in some ways, wanting to come out of the shadow of being in a tag team. That often happens. Hey, we saw it with HBK and Jeanette.
Right.
We've seen it time after time.
As the little sister, I can't imagine what that feels like. Oh. But the back body drop, I can't imagine what that feels like.
I can't either. And anything goes in this last sister standing match, similar to a no DQ match, right?
Yes,
no count out.
The only real line is the referees count to 10.
Exactly.
That's as far as it's going to go.
And I think we've got some mystery weapons that we're seeing now under the ring. And of course, Ashley bringing that garbage can out with her. She really means business. And I think the last couple of months of Ashley returning has really been a spiritual journey for her to rediscover who she is as a wrestler.
She had a long way off between injury and rebuilding. Ashley Fox at this point is finding her footing in Limitless Wrestling now. But Delmi Exo, the cookie sheet.
And while Ashley is finding her rebirth, Delmi has already been reborn.
Yes,
1,000 times over.
No doubt about it. But something's got to give. Ashley Fox, we've seen time and time again the way she's been fueled to victory by this Limitless Wrestling faithful.
Absolutely.
And now, I don't know, there's fractions of effectiveness on these shots, but they are adding up over time. Delmi, reeling. Ow!
That had to hurt. Woo.
And now Ashley Fox standing tall. Interesting to note, started their careers the exact same time.
They did. And you know what? They came up at a time where there weren't a lot of opportunities for women tag teams, and they carved out a spot for women tag teams in this business. When you think of those kinds of tag teams, I can really only think of maybe 2,
on a single hand. On a single hand.
And
absolutely.
They are among the ranks of the Hacks, the beautiful people. The Sea Stars will be remembered in that vein. So it's really sad what has come to pass between these two, because they can be single stars in their own right and be in a tag team together.
We've seen it time and time again. You can do both.
And that's what Ashley, I think, was trying to accomplish with Delmi in her return. But, Delmi, no desire to play ball in the tag team realm.
I think there was too much of a layoff for Ashley Vox, where Delmi Exo just found her singles footing and wasn't interested in the tag team by the time Ashley was ready to do it again.
Yeah, and she was also just left to her own devices. Maybe she felt abandoned by her older sister in some ways, having to go out on her own. But
and we saw that frustration boil over when this bout was penned initially.
We did.
And now, Ashley Vox, I can't imagine the conflict in her mind. Even now, as she looks to circle the proverbial diamond. Round second, round third, coming home.
Oh, cannonballed right into the chair, no one home.
Nothing doing, Delmi out of harm's way. But Delmi's got a look in her eyes, she's got an idea.
Delmi screaming, "You screwed up," to her sister.
That's got to be a little cathartic for her. When what we were just talking about, Delmi being left to her own devices for such a long time. Drills home the elbow right across the small of the back.
And I wonder, is Delmi looking to prove something to herself, or is it to her sister at this point?
Yeah, your guess is as good as mine,
Right?
Sam.
Yeah, I wish I could have interviewed her before the match, but you know what? These two were on opposite ends of the locker room.
Right.
Completely different rooms. No one could have a word with them. Eyes laser focused on this match.
Well, folks, you stay tuned to that Limitless Wrestling YouTube channel for the extended cut of this event, and you might get some insight onto that.
Yes, there's always some good tea on our YouTube, and of course we have our whole library on IWTV.
Wrestle T royalty over here. But Delmi now, the broom, and now choking the life out of her flesh, her blood, Ashley Vox.
No remorse in the eyes of Delmi.
And how many times have we seen Ashley Vox get taken to the limit here in Limitless Wrestling?
We have, and without fail, every time Ashley gets taken to the limit, she drives herself into that fourth gear, a level of aggression that I see from few women.
And now that acoustic guitar, Delmi Exo has been trained in utilizing that acoustic guitar by Iron Rip Bison. He's a great guitar player.
A great guitar player, I've heard, yes.
But Delmi now, tossing that guitar to the side, might be pondering that Delmi driver. Ashley Vox having none of it. Takes off. Stopped called the thrust kick.
Boot to Vox now going for the drive. Ooh, yeah, connects.
Greetings from Ghana. Oh yeah, Jimmy Rave, my friends, R.I.P. Delmi, the God Queen, looking for adulation.
Getting none.
From her adoring public, as it were. Not so adoring, very public.
Very public. I think that if she would have played ball and, reunited with her sister, then she'd be on the receiving end of lots of adulation from the fans, but here we are.
Potentially the first ever Limitless Wrestling Tag Team Champions, if such a thing existed on such a day. Irish Whip. Nobody home on the clothesline. Ashley Vox.
Oof.
Climbs up into the head kick. Uh-oh, I don't like this.
Right on the apron. Perhaps going for red?
I don't like this at all. Potentially pondering a real effing destroyer.
Yeah, but Delmi trying to fight out of it.
We've seen Ashley we've seen her get herself into the contest with that maneuver many times before. Delmi had it scouted. Who knows you better than your own blood?
Absolutely, and as former tag team partners as well, they've just got each other.
Uh-oh. The Delmi driver on the apron.
Devastating move.
Nate Speckman laying down the count.
Now, is Delmi just going to wait for her sister to potentially stay down into the count of 10? Okay.
That's what we need.
Okay.
The last sister standing. Not necessarily sanctioned by the Limitless Wrestling Board of Directors.
Not necessarily.
It is left solely to Nate Speckman's discretion.
All right, now, Vox is up, showing signs of life. She's gonna have to dig really deep because in order to get one over on her sister, she's gonna have to hurt her sister.
But just checking on this, Ashley cradling the neck in a bad way. Delmi, by comparison, looking fresh as a daisy.
Well, yeah, her sister has been driving multiple foreign objects into that region of her body.
Yes,
she's got to be feeling it. But to that point, Delmi seems like she's the willing aggressor in this match, whereas any physicality we see from Vox is out of necessity.
Yes, no doubt about it. And Delmi drills home the drop kick, tried and true. But you said it, with Delmi, no hesitation whatsoever. With Ashley Vox, a little bit of hesitation.
And could there come a point in the match where she just fights back with that level of vitriol that her sister is giving her? I guess we'll have to see.
Something's got to give. Ashley Vox can't keep pulling her punches.
No, she cannot.
Nate Speckman laying down the count. Ashley Vox continues to pick up the muster, but thus far it's been Delmi with the advantage all throughout. And with that done gym reps that she's been putting in, she may be looking to drag Ashley Vox over that top rope. But Ashley rallying back. That's a bad place for Delmi to be.
Oh, what's that? Oh, a gusset plate.
Call that old reliable, I guess.
That is not something I'd ever want to be on the receiving end of. Oh, the pain that Delmi Exo had to feel in that moment. Oh, just spikes being driven into the top of her head.
Yeah, that completely disrupted the equilibrium of Delmi Exo. No stranger to bleeding in a Limitless wrestling ring. Shot out of a cannon with a drop kick, and Ashley Vox picking up steam.
Yes, she is.
Raining down the rights. Delmi Exo still reeling from the gusset, creating space. Floored. Ashley rolling.
Off the ropes she goes. Beautiful.
Sticks the Basaiku knee.
Oh no, and wow. From my vantage point, wow, it seems like, well, it's not on camera right now, folks, but inevitably you'll see this in seconds. Delmi Exo has begun to bleed from the top of her head. Wow.
Those gussets landed straight and true on that one haymaker from Ashley Vox.
Yeah, gussets are a guaranteed bloody weapon. But now, oh my gosh, Johnny.
The plunder really coming into play now, that trash can. And Ashley no stranger to trash cans and knows a variety of ways to utilize them.
Indeed.
Wait, hold on. The entrance, Paris, that's PVD, Paris Van Dale.
What is she doing here?
Coming to the aid. The always trending God Queens always have each other's backs.
Yes, Unreal recognize Unreal.
I'm amazed that Paris Van Dale was able to make it to Yarmouth. Floored, 2 for 1 in the drop kick.
Well, she had to make it out here. She's got a bone to pick with Ashley Vox, and last sister standing means that anything goes. She can be out here, and now she's going to be on the receiving end.
Oh, cracked across the back. Is that a Gibson? Anyways, the acoustic guitar across the back. Delmi Exo feeling it.
Yeah. Paris Van Dale, a thorn in the side of Vox, but Vox, her back is turned. Oh my God, turn around. Ooh.
Delmi Exo now has the crutch.
Barbed wire, Latin crutch, wow.
Yeah, that guitar was meant for PVD, but that crutch was meant for Ashley Vox and Delmi Exo now. The successful interference ran by PVD.
Yeah, PVD out just as quickly as she was in. She did her job, and now she's out of here.
And now Ashley Vox enduring the proverbial cheese grater.
Oh my gosh, and gushing already. Oh, it's not often that I see blood in a Limitless ring. It makes me a little queasy, Johnny.
I'm right there with you, Sam. I don't see that very often. I think the last time was Aaron Rourke at the Vacation Land Cup.
Yes.
But Delmi Exo is thriving on it.
It's very appropriate considering the stakes in this match and just the intimacy of these two as sisters, you know?
Is this a catharsis for Delmi Exo?
It is. She's letting out all of that steam, all of the pent-up aggression she felt all that time her sister wasn't by her side.
And now we're raining down the rights. Neither one able to get the better of the other. Delmi switching up to the tie knees and now looking for a perfect driver. Got it. Sage of Shima, the cross-legged fisherman's buster. The great equalizer. And this, if Nate Speckman gets to 10, this is a no contest, folks.
Yeah, a double countout is certainly not what we want to see here. Which lady will rise to her feet? It appears Delmi Exo, but Ashley Vox holding onto the leg of Delmi, shaking her head.
Now Ashley rallying back, stacking up the rights.
Oh yeah, unloading those forearms. A little bit of a takedown there on Delmi. Kick to the chest. And now Delmi could be down and out for the moment. This is the momentum shift that Vox needs, I think, John.
It's what she thrives on. Ashley Vox, any of her signature wins in Limitless Wrestling has thrived on such momentum. But with that bag, that may be a brand new, potentially disastrous variable.
Yeah, you know, I think I know what those are. Yep. Yeah. Been watching wrestling 22 years. When that bag comes from the bottom of the ring, it's likely thumbtacks.
Last name Tax, first name Thumbs.
Yep.
And folks,
middle name Hurt.
This will be disastrous. Stop. And now a real effing catch with the fish hook. Ashley got it cinched in, not completely. Delmi Exo. Who knows this hold better than Delmi Exo?
No one, frankly, and if anything, she would know how best to get out of it, but it seems like Ashley Vox has this hold so tightly cinched in right now, really wearing down Delmi.
She wants that nerve hold on the lower jaw. Ashley relenting.
I think this is the first time in the match that we're seeing Ashley squarely on the offensive here. Delmi just square center of the ring, face down after receiving that face full of thumbtacks, or rather arms full of thumbtacks. Wow. Oh,
and that hesitation is gone. The hesitation that Ashley Vox was showing early in the contest.
Well, maybe realizing, you know, I mean, when your sister's chasing you around with weapons, making you bleed, you've got to return in kind, because if not, it's kill or be killed, right?
Fight or flight.
Yes.
Etched across the face of the real effing catch. Delmi, unrelenting.
Ashley shaking her head at what she has to do, looking to finish things off here, but Vox punching to the abdomen. Ooh.
Delmi, newfound combo that she's had in the tank, but Ashley Vox sticking with what's worked.
Wow.
The knee strike. She wants the ref stoppage.
Yeah, now we're seeing shades of that aggressive Ashley Vox. We've seen this in matches with MJF, in matches with Chris Statlander, and now we're seeing that against none other than her own sister, who's now looking to beg her off. But it might be too late, Johnny.
Yeah, this is an interesting time to go back to the negotiating table.
Yeah, if I'm Ashley, there's no more negotiating, but she looks so torn, Johnny. She doesn't want to do this, but I think she knows she has to.
Yeah, the conflict evident, but Ashley...
No, don't do it. I don't trust it. Could we really be seeing a truth
baby sister. No! Short arm clothesline. Call it a love gun lariat.
Wow, Delmi maniacally cinching in the pile driver. Oh my.
And that's gotta be our proverbial 10 count. the greatest maneuver in Delmi Exo's repertoire.
Most certainly. Oh my gosh, but Ashley up by the count of 4, still showing fight.
Somehow, some way, but Delmi Exo, undeterred. Chair set up.
Uh-oh.
Could be that perfect, could be that Delmi driver instead. Oh! Right on the edge! They said it better than I could.
Yes, they did. That was quite the maneuver. Now Ashley nearly lifeless on the ground here. 5 count. We've only got 5 more counts until 10. Uh-oh. Wow.
She's motionless.
This
Ashley's motionless. Oh, she's started.
Showing signs of life, Johnny. 9.
Nate Speckman reaches the 10.
Here is your winner of the last sister standing match, the God Queen, Delmi Exo.